Hey, what's up guys? Dylan here with Dennis Kirk, and on today's episode we're going to be taking a look at the differences between sintered, semi-metallic, and organic brake pads coming up. First up on the list, we're going to be taking a look at the organic brake pad, and these are going to be the least expensive out of the bunch. Organic pads are going to be made out of soft materials, things like Kevlar, glass, and rubber. And one of the great features about these little guys is the brake pads are extremely quiet. See, nobody wants to be listening to your brakes squeaking as you come to a complete stop. And the rubber and glass materials inside these pads, sound is quiet when you come to those stops, and it's super nice. And another advantage of having these organic pads is that you're not going to pollute the environment with nasty chemicals out of your brakes. These are extremely easy to use and dispose of, and the soft materials are going to make it very easy on your rotors as well. So if you do like the aesthetics of your braking system, these little guys are a great choice. Now the compound keeps your rotors looking extremely nice and gives you a gentle stop. Now, there are a few drawbacks, however. The organic brake pads are going to cause a little bit more dust and are going to have to be replaced more often than the semi-metallic or sintered brake pads. But next up, we're going to be taking a look at a hybrid brake pad, the semi-metallic pads coming up. Semi-metallic is an absolute great choice for a hybrid brake pad. Now the semi-metallic pads consist of anywhere between 30 to 65% metal by weight, and typically consisting of steel, iron, and copper. And these brake pads kind of hit the sweet spot. Now, these brake pads will cost a little bit more than the organic pads that we talked about earlier. Although it is not the top of the line brake pad, the semi-metallic will still dramatically increase braking performance over the organic pads. Semi-metallic pads will also give you a much higher thermal threshold due to the metallic content. Also, the pads will have a much wider operating range. Now, with all of the benefits, there has to be some sort of drawback, and you're right, there are. It's a bit noisier than the organic pads, and they will also wear down your rotors a little bit faster than the organic pads. So, if you're super picky about the aesthetics of your braking system, these might not be for you. And finally, they still do produce a fair amount of brake dust, so you will be cleaning your rims quite often. Last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at sintered brake pads coming up. Sintered brake pads. These are considered the gold standard, the best of the best, and sintered brake pads have now become so popular they're released on 99% of motorcycles directly out of the manufacturer. One of the reasons that the manufacturers have opted to equip their bikes with sintered brake pads versus any of the others on the table is because they will cover the broadest spectrum of conditions a rider may encounter. So, what makes this brake so popular? What makes it so much better than the others on the table? Well, sintering is the fusion of metallic particles under heat and pressure to create a compound that is very resistant to friction. Some brands, like EBC brakes, use copper in their blend to achieve the best results possible. The racetrack is where these little guys are going to shine. Because the riders are very heavy on their brakes, more heat is going to be generated, which in turn is going to give you a quick, fast bite. But this is also going to be true for riders in extremely hilly cities and extremely wild terrain. Now, the nearly pure metal-to-metal construction of the sintered brake pad provides a stable bite directly from cold to hot. And this is going to help cut down on the warm-up time of the pads, so that way they produce that solid bite right out of the gate. So not only are these pads performing well under extreme heat and stress, but they're also typically going to last much longer than the others on the table. And sintered brake pads are an extremely good choice if you're going to be riding in varying riding conditions. Now, with all of the positives, there has to be some sort of negative, and there definitely is. One of these drawbacks is the wear and tear that these little guys are going to put down on your rotors. In fact, if your rotors on your bike recommend that you don't use them, do not use these at all. they basically will tear right through your rotors, and then you're going to be replacing your rotors, which is a much more of a difficult job. So if you're that casual rider who likes to opt out for the easiest maintenance on your bike, you might want to consider using something like the organic pads instead. Again, it's going to be much easier on your rotors. Sintered pads are also going to be much louder than organic pads, and you can expect to pay more for the sintered pads because of the materials and the process which is used to create them. That's going to do it for us today, guys. If you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for future Dennis Kirk content. And remember, we ship the same day you order. And the best part about getting these parts is going out there and testing them. I'm Dylan with Dennis Kirk, and we'll see you guys next time. For more information on the products listed in this video, click on the link in the description area below. Feel free to call us with any questions or place an order at 800-969-7501. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for all of the latest DK events, videos, and promos.